Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm talking about the North Node conjunct to the South Node in Synastry, or the North Node's opposite in Synastry. So this is a super exciting contact to have. It definitely shows that there is a karma here. I feel that it's a good karma actually when we have this conjunction in Synastry, but it can definitely be very intense. So, when we have the North Node, which is where our soul is going in this lifetime, it's a point of destiny or fate. It's that energy of, it's uncomfortable for us, but if we really go there, we feel like we're on purpose, we're on track, and we feel fulfillment from our soul. And the North Node is always directly opposite to the South Node, which is the point of comfort. It's also an energy that we're really natural in. We're also very gifted in, but if we solely stay there, we become stagnant. I find the South Node sign to be almost like a second sun sign. It's an energy that's so strong in us, it's very noticeable as well. Like you can really see it in people once you are aware of their charts and you're aware of this point. It's like the South Node sign is maybe even more obvious than certain other placements. So, anyways, when someone's North Node is conjunct to someone's South Node, it shows that in this lifetime, we're both going in opposite directions and we're both coming from where the other is going. So it's a very interesting dynamic that can be very helpful at the soul level, because where we are so natural, where we're so even gifted, an energy that's just so strongly a part of us, it's like even unconscious how dominant we are in that energy. So all of that for us, our South Node, right, is conjunct to their North Node, where they're going, what they really want to get a taste of. It's almost like the North Node sign too can even be a little bit addictive. It's like a hunger. It's like something we know we need, but we're just like, oh, that also is going to challenge us and, be a little bit scary for us to really embrace. So the attraction level with this conjunction can be so high, because yeah, we really just feel like we've found someone who really contains within them what we need and what we are hungry for and what we are just dying for, in a sense. But at the same time, as we interact and we're together with them in any type of relationship, I've seen this in all types of relationships, we also can get uncomfortable in each other's presence, and they can really push us to do things that maybe we're uncomfortable doing, but when you look back, you'll see how helpful they were on your soul's evolution, or how helpful they continue to be on your soul's evolution. So you can really see with this conjunction a stepping into purpose. You can see that this person is like a pivotal person in your soul journey, a soulmate person, someone who really just naturally, without even trying, helps you on your soul path. And the beautiful thing about it is that it's going both ways. So everything that I'm saying is going both ways, because the North Node and the South Node are always opposite. So this conjunction is always going both ways. So you're both, in a sense, helping each other at the exact same time, which is more rare because other than like the ascendant descendant axis, or the midheaven IC, like the nodes are going to be the only point that are always in opposition, unless we have a natal opposition in our own birth chart. So this does tend to be quite significant and especially powerful out of all of the nodal conjunctions in Synastry, which are all very powerful, but this one might really take the cake in being the most potentially helpful for our souls and where we're going, and what we've really come to do in this lifetime. And the resistance to each other because when we have someone on our north node, like sometimes we can really be triggered by them and be like, I don't know if I like them. At least when we're younger too, it's like, I don't know if I like that energy. But the difference with this is because it's going both ways, it almost like it fits like an old shoe. It's like we just click and we just like instantly, this is how it happens. There's like this soul recognition, and we're like, oh, and like, yeah, we start talking, and this person just like they challenge us, but just in the perfect right way that, we want to learn about, that we're fascinated by them, we're magnetically attracted to them, even if it's in a friendship kind of way. We really do, with this conjunction, get this sense that like this is fated, this is something we need. It does seem that like the triggers are less, like I said, than other North Node conjunctions, although we can definitely still be triggered. It's like we find comfort in it as well, because yeah, like when someone's North Node is conjunct our South Node, it's like we do realize that we are helping them. Like we get the sense that they're helping us, and we're helping them, and it's comforting. It's like, oh, it's like really getting a taste of your own medicine, with this conjunction. Like, yeah, it can feel very safe. It can feel very comforting. It can feel very intimate, even. It can really give like an effortless intimacy, which is different than other North Node conjunctions, can sometimes, be more uncomfortable. Like I've said, this one is really powerful for being comforting and being, like I said, it's just like this click of energies and of soul knowing. And yeah, it's extremely powerful. So you want to look at these signs, right? So there's two signs in opposition. Now, those two signs that this conjunction is taking place with on either side, this is kind of like the theme of this relationship. And you could even say, like on an energetic level, that these two people are contributing to the evolution and healing of that archetype, that archetypal polarity between these two signs. So, like, whatever signs this is taking place in, like, are we healing Aries Libra themes, Taurus Scorpio themes, Gemini Sag themes, Cancer Capricorn themes, Leo Aquarius themes, or Virgo Pisces themes? What are we doing together? Because that's going to be shown by these signs in opposition. And we're both really helping each other like clear the shadow of these signs in opposition, but also activate like the more higher archetypes, because every sign, and every like polarity of each opposition, they all like contain a shadow and like a highest potential expression. And so with this conjunction, we're working through these issues. We're activating the more higher archetypes of these signs. But usually what will come out first is the shadow. So, because the shadow is inherent in the South Node, which is being activated, and then the North Node is like an attempt to kind of, like I said, transform the energy, the archetype, into something higher. So, you can see at the beginning of this relationship, or even like, yeah, right instantly off the bat, like some of these shadow archetypes coming up. So you can see like a more negative, energy of the signs in conjunction here. And then over time, it's like we get to a higher place with these energies. And so the potential for growth, learning, and transmuting karma is just so high, with this conjunction. And you really will see it, like what I've said, like transforming these archetypes of these signs, in opposition. And yeah, it's usually like with this conjunction, which is more rare, like I said, is that both people derive a lot of benefit out of this relationship. And even if it's not long term, this doesn't say whether it will be long term or not. It's definitely something very activating, very healing, very transforming for both people. And usually, unless there's, a lot of really difficult other hard aspects going on, like Pluto or Saturn stuff, usually we're still going to look back at this relationship with respect or admiration for that person, even if it wasn't long term, unless we've got really bad, difficult other stuff going on. But usually we'll look back at this relationship like that was helpful and like, you know, it's like we're more able to connect with each other at the soul level with this conjunction taking place. It's like the ego has an easier time, not needing to be right or like in charge. It's like we mutually respect each other's leadership and we're more able to, yeah, relate at the soul level. And what I mean by that is like we're more compassionate, we're more forgiving, we're offering more grace, unconditional love, and also like even a bit of detachment from like their own personal process, because it's like we can understand how it mirrors our own in a certain way, like kind of like we can look at this person like a small child, like they're going through what we have maybe spent lifetimes or spent early in this lifetime going through. And so we have a lot of compassion for them and a lot of understanding and forgiveness, which, can sometimes be lacking in other relationships. I think in a past life sense or in a karmic sense or in a soul sense, this person, we have literally called upon them in this lifetime. There's a soul contract here to help each other, mutual benefit. That is really what I think. Now, it even could go back to past lifetimes, like we've worked together in past lifetimes already to develop certain spiritual qualities pertaining to those signs in opposition. So it's like we've done temple training, we've done, schooling in other realms, and maybe way back in Egypt or something, we were priests or we did something together like that, and then now we're just carrying over these gifts or something like that. And I mean, there's many variations. You have to meditate on, what's gone on in a past life here, but I think that those are maybe some examples of at least like the spiritual component, but you want to personalize it by looking at those signs in opposition that are conjunct to each other's north and south nodes here. So yeah, I'd love to know your experience of this conjunction in Synastry. If you've had it, what was it like? Let me know in the comments, you guys. And thank you so much for watching. And thank you for this request. This was a really fun one to do, very exciting to talk about. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Bye.